I feel like I should take my earrings out because it's too much.
No, you're fine.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Hey.
I'm sure.
Positive?
Positive.
Yeah. Got it.
All right. So you ready?
Let's get down to business.
I wanna be with you. Ay, I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Ay, I wanna be with. I wanna be with you. Just love me. If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still love me? If I'm in my mind at work, would you still love me? Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to love me. Keep it a whole.
What's up, guys?
Everybody's favorite couple here. I'm Ronnie.
I'm Cheryl.
All right, and here we're going to bring you an episode on what it means to build a relationship. So, what does it mean to build a relationship? Well, of course, we can only give you our opinions and see where you guys go with it. But, you know, I'm leaning more toward when it comes to building a relationship, you have to think more outside than just getting money, because that's what everybody seems to think building is. And that's far from it. I mean, yeah, money is going to come, but a lot of things have to come before you even think about getting that money.
Right. For me, I think building a relationship pretty much means building some type of foundation for appreciation and trust and everything like that. But yeah.
Okay, no, but for real though, you know, somebody, you know, once asked me, why should you even consider building a relationship with somebody? I mean, simply because you don't want to be around with, like, you know, multiple people day in and day out. You end up making a title for yourself. I mean, sure, that title is very easy to get and it's very hard to take away. So, I mean, once you find that one person you think that you can actually start something with, it's best to, you know, kind of look into that, see where things can go. You can only try, right? I mean,
what are we? That would be the question.
And that is the scariest question for some reason. That tends to fend people off for some strange reason. Oh, well, what are we? Well, what do you think we are? No, answer the question.
I think nowadays, with people trying to build a relationship, well, they don't even want to build a relationship. They just want a thought of a relationship. Like, they don't even want to try to build. And I think that's where the problems nowadays come in with today's society.
Right. You know, that also touches on, you know, when should you determine, you know, if you actually want to build with this person or not. And it all starts with that question, the what are we question.
Right.
Depending on that answer should be depending on the route you take, because if they're not willing to build with you, you're just wasting your time, and you're wasting their time as well too.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of things that you really do need to consider, and there's a lot of things that you don't need to consider. I mean, you can get to know them, you can, you know their favorite color, you know, you can know them better than they know themselves, but at the end of the day, if they still don't consider you what you consider them, there's going to be a whole different type of issue right there.
And for us, if we can get back to us, I would say, like, you know, like when I asked you, what are we? Like, you were just like, we're in a relationship. So it was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, I did say that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's a trap.
Like, it was pretty much like we knew what we wanted, but we just didn't put a label on it just yet. And I think that was the beginning of us building our relationship. Especially that one question. What are we?
What made you ask that anyway?
I think I saw something on Facebook.
Oh, so Facebook did it.
Whatever.
Great. So we're together because of Facebook, people. That's why we're. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're also still together because we actually identified what our relationship was going to need. We had to nurture the relationship. You can't just jump into something expecting it to be what you see on TV, what the celebrities, you know, try to make it seem like relationships are. And also, you can't listen to other people. I mean, like, if you have a bitter single friend, you cannot listen to them. I'm sorry, because they don't know what they're talking about. They never will.
That's what I was about to say.
You can't. If they're single and they're trying to give you advice, that's fine. But if they're bitter about relationships and single, you can't do that, because then you're going to start taking into account the things that they're actually saying that may not even be true with you and yours. I mean, it's a real deal breaker.
Right.
What I say.
I mean, you summed it up. You are speaking all on this.
Another part of building is also listening actively, not just hearing them, but you have to actually listen to them, listen to what they say. If something is bugging them, you have to actually take into account what they're saying. Try to find what the root is, because most of the time they're probably not going to tell you exactly what the issue is right off the bat, but they'll probably tell you a whole story, and somewhere within that story it may be something that's actually bugging them, and that's something you really got to pay attention to when it comes to your relationship, because not only does that build the trust, but it also shows them that you're actually interested in why they're being the way they are, and you know that you actually want to fix it and stuff like that.
Right. And that's another thing, knowing your partner, knowing when they're upset, knowing when something is wrong with them. You have to know how they act towards specific things. Like if they're upset, they're going to act a specific way. Like for him, he's quiet when he's upset. So that's when I know something is wrong with him. With me, I just have the expression all over my face. I'm just upset.
No, I'm fine.
Exactly.
I'm fine. When
that
really,
one word. Are you okay, babe? No, I'm fine. That's all. So that's when you know that you need to talk to them, listen to what they have to say, and you know, guide them through getting over the situation or helping them getting through the situation. That's a main part of building a relationship. Actively listening.
You know, so when it comes to, again, going back to the, you know, building thing and the time wasting, when it comes to things like that, and you really want to invest time in this person, you want them to invest time, you know, with you, again, go ahead, just straight up ask them, what are we? Don't be scared of the answer, because that answer is going to be the next step for you to take, whether it's the step you want to take or it's the step that you were hoping that you weren't needing to take. But the last thing anybody wants to do is waste anybody's time. So it's best to go ahead and get it out there what you want, to see what they want. Because they could be messing with other people behind your back, but y'all never discuss what y'all were. So really, can you blame them?
Because I think nowadays people are more into showing pictures on like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
Right.
Snapchat. They don't want to talk things out. It's like as soon as something's wrong or something is just like the best thing ever, that's always what they do, go straight to social media. It's like social media controls everybody nowadays. It's like relationships are based off of social media nowadays.
They just want that second pair of shoes in the picture.
Exactly.
That's literally all
they want to make it seem like it's such a great thing on social media, but behind closed doors, it's like you don't communicate because you're so busy on social media getting all that attention. Everybody's like, oh, you're such a great couple, you know, you're this and that. But behind closed doors, you don't know what's going on. That's when you know you need to learn to build communication, trust, appreciation, all of that.
And sometimes it's best to just completely cut the social media out for a little bit. Disappear for a while. Get your relationship together. That way, when you guys do come back out into the public, it's really legit.
Right.
I mean, granted, ours is always legit, so it doesn't...
Yeah, not saying that some aren't legit.
Right.
Some are. But a lot of people nowadays in today's society, a lot of young people go straight to social media just to base their relationship off of that.
On day 2, they in love. Making flip grams and stuff like that.
Now another thing, going back to, what was it? When should you determine when to build or not? I think it depends on...
Are you touching me?
Yes. I think building a relationship or wanting to build a relationship depends on your relationship. It depends on your pace. So not saying like, you know, our pace may not go for your pace. So you really just have to take into consideration, what do you want? And you have to talk to your partner like, you know, what do you want in this relationship? You know, when is a good time to build? And it's really just based off of your experience. I think that's everything. Go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe.
Keep us going.
Keep
Please.
us going. We love talking to you. You know, give us some feedback. What should we do for you? Help us help you. And that's everything, guys. See you next week, right?
Yeah, next week.
Keep it 100, I'd rather you trust me than to love me. Keep it a whole